Welcome to Research World. In this lecture, we will discuss the steps required in writing thesis dissertation in details. Writing thesis from start to end consists of two parts. Part first consists of title page, certificate of approval, etc., while part second consists of the chapters from introduction to till conclusion. We will first discuss Part 1 in details that includes title page, certificate of approval, declaration, abstract, and acknowledgement. Let's begin. The title page of a dissertation, also called dissertation cover page, is the first page of your thesis. It forms the first impression of your dissertation. Let's look at an example of a title page. It contains thesis title, researcher name and department, etc. This certificate is issued by research committee. It means that the thesis submitted in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the award of the degree is an original work carried out by him or her under our joint guidance. Let's look at an example of certificate of approval. It contains the signatures of research committee. In declaration, researcher declares that this thesis represents his own work which has not been published elsewhere before for master's or PhD degree. Let's see a sample of a declaration certificate. Here the researcher gives declaration about originality of work. An abstract is a concise summary of a research paper or entire thesis. The abstract is a summary of the whole thesis. Let's see a sample of a research abstract. Here the researcher presents summary of the work. The acknowledgement is written to express gratitude to the peoples or institutions who significantly contributed or supported you during your project. Here the researcher gives credits to family members, supervisor, friends, etc. In Part 2, we will discuss the elements of the Introduction chapter, Literature Review chapter, Research Methodology chapter, Chapter 4, Results and Analysis, Chapter 5, Conclusion and Recommendation, and finally References. In Introduction chapter, a researcher to required organize following concepts. Introduce the topic of your research problem. Give general background information. Present short overview of related literature. The detailed view must be presented in a literature review chapter. Definitions of key concepts of the study. Problem statement. State hypothesis of the study. Give objectives of the study. Explain the significance of your study. State the limitations of study, if any. Literature review chapter comprises of the followings: Introduction, developing a topic, searching the literature, narrowing the scope, present empirical literature review and theoretical literature review separately, modern approach. Give literature review matrix, modern approach. In methodology chapter, a researcher is required to tell the audience about his approach, procedures, etc. It comprises of the following: research design, research setting and participant, data analysis technique, research validity and reliability, research procedures, research instruments, data collection technique. Chapter 4, Results and Analysis. It consists of the following: Introduction to the chapter, a transition from Chapter 3, very important. Explain the organization of the chapter, prerequisite of data analysis, data analyses and presentation of the findings. Present the statistical results in a table. Draw statistical conclusions for accepted and rejected hypotheses. Chapter 5. Conclusion and Recommendation. It comprises of the following: restate your research topic, restate the thesis, summarize the key points of your research, associate the significance or results of the key points, conclude your thoughts, limitations of the study if any, recommendation of the study. A reference is a comprehensive explanation of the source of information that you want to give credit to via a citation. The references in thesis are usually in the form of a list at the end of the thesis.